Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend and you're starting your week off pretty good. You're starting it off pretty good, aren't you? You dirty bastard. All right, so let's get on into it. Hopefully you had a good Valentine's Day. You know, if you're single like your boy, yeah, hopefully you know, beat your meat or diddled your thing. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. You got to do it sometimes. You got to do it. But hope you guys did enjoy our my free Valentine's Day episode. I know that was a doozer of an episode. You guys are probably like, wait, what the fuck? Why is he releasing an episode on Friday? But yeah, hope you guys check that out, man. We got a lot to get into today. We got a juicy thread. I'm going to, over announcements, I'm going to go over our new schedule. If you guys hadn't seen on the Friday's episode, I'll go ahead and go over it again for all you new peoples or whatever. And, or just to recap it. But yeah. All right, without further ado, let's get right on into the scenario. This one is, thread. What's your, I can't believe they were doing that at work story? All right. So, what's your, I can't believe they were doing that at work story? Every Wednesday, there was a tamale lady that would walk local businesses selling her tamales. My boss had a bit of an addiction with them because he would buy a dozen or more weekly. One day, she tells me that she is moving and thanks him for his business. Well, he offered her $500 to teach him how to make them. Next day, she comes in with her husband. We have a tamale making class, and it was one of the weirdest but fun moments I've had. Okay. Sure. All right. Damn. That's kind of weird. Like, your boss is like, yeah, man. All right, everybody, we're going to learn how to make tamales. And you're just like, okay. Sure, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, sure. Yeah. All right. Hey, do your thing. All right. What's your, I can't believe they were doing that at work moment? Kid was beating his meat in the broom closet. Supervisor walked in on him. His last name was Tingle, so you can probably imagine the feel the tingle jokes we made for months. Damn, bro. My guy was just like, I need to beat my meats. I gotta go find a spot to just like, bro, what are you doing? You're at work. Hold off. I think it was a thing where he saw a fine young thing. It was just like, whoa! The crouching tiger down there will not calm down. He was like, that crouching tiger just will not calm down. Whoa! He was like, I need to beat it. I need to beat it into submission. Oh, bro. I'm glad he didn't get fired, though. That would have sucked. Man, that would have sucked if he got fired. But hey, you know, it's some dudes just got it down bad sometimes. You know what I mean? All right, what's your I can't believe they were doing that at work moment? Someone had been doing mini bottles of Fireball and then flushing the empty bottles down the toilet. We got an email one day about the sewage pumping station for our campus broke down, and they cleared out hundreds of mini bottles of Fireball. That email ended up with something to the effect of, whoever is doing this, we don't want to punish you, we want to get you help. There was also some time someone discovered a bag full of feeder mice in the break room freezer. What the fuck? Okay, so first off, there was a drunk who was literally downing these little bottles and then flushing them down the toilet. My nigga, bring like a plastic bag or something And you could just put them in the plastic bag, tie it up, take it with you, and you can empty out the plastic bag somewhere else. Nobody's going to ask you what's in your fucking plastic bag. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing, bro? What the fuck? That's crazy. And then the whole feeder mice thing. You got to understand, feeder mice are bought alive. So that way, like, when you put them in the cage with the snake, you know, the mice walk around and then the snake comes and gets it and then, you know, squeezes it to death or whatever. They were putting those in the freezer so they could freeze it to death. They were freezing those feeder mice to death. That's wild, man. What in the hell? Wow, yeah, hey, man, you got a crazy-ass job. You work with some psychopaths, if I'm being straight. God damn. All right, what's your, I can't believe they were doing this at work. We had a new guy start work at a warehouse doing labor. Each guy would play Bluetooth speakers at the workstation. New guy takes a bathroom break and we all get to hear that he loves a work jerk and really loud anal videos. Oh no! My man was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna go beat my meat, whatever. He went in there, forgot that his phone was still Bluetoothed to the speaker. So when he played the porn, he was like, why is there no sound? He was like, you know what, whatever, it's cool, fuck it, and all the dudes are hearing is just, oh, and they're like, yo, and she's like, put it in my butt. You're like, yo, and they just watch that nigga come out and he's just like, whew, what's up, guys, what's going on? And they're like, hey man, you have a good time in the bathroom? And you're just like, yeah, just took a shit, why, what's up? And you're just like, yeah, we definitely heard you taking a shit, all right. Yeah, we definitely heard what you was doing in there, all right. You old nasty motherfucker. God damn. All right, what's your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? At my old job, a coworker got fired but refused to leave the building. Instead of making a scene, he calmly walked into the break room, popped a bag of popcorn in the microwave, and sat down at his desk like nothing happened. Security was called, and while they were trying to escort him out, the microwave caught fire because he set the timer for 20 minutes instead of 2. So now the office smelled like burnt popcorn, the fire alarm was blaring, and this guy just grabbed his half-burnt bag and walked out like it was part of the plan. Oh, still not sure if it was a meltdown or the most legendary exit I've ever seen. What the fuck, bro? Oh my god. This motherfucker said, I ain't leaving, I ain't going nowhere. Threw his popcorn in there, pushed that bitch, thought he put it on there for 2 minutes. He put it for 20 minutes. That the whole office was smelling like burnt popcorn. He was like, get the fuck off me. Grabbed his popcorn and walked out. Like, what? Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh shit. Hey man, sure. It's sure. Woo. All right, what was your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? I got my first manager job, IT. It was really exciting. I was going to mentor and mold the youngins. I had taken business management classes, conflict resolution classes, monitoring workshops. I had binders. I was just ready to go. First day, first task. Jimmy was in one of our direct reports. You need to get him to stop cutting his toenails at his desk. Yo. First day on the job and I got to deal with some old nasty motherfucker cutting his toenails at his desk. That's crazy. And it's like, my guy, why can't you do that at home? Wait till you get home. You cut your toenails in front of the TV And like, you don't got to do that here. What are you doing? What the fuck, man? Like, like, come on, what are we doing? You don't got to do all that. That sucks, bro. Hey, at least it was that, and it wasn't like some motherfucker shitting in his trash can or something. You know what I mean? Like, hey, tell Jimmy to stop shitting in his trash can. Because that would, I'd have been like, I quit. This is my first day, my first assignment. You asked me to stop a motherfucker from shitting in his trash can? Nah, bro. I'm gone. Hey, bro, at least you didn't have that, you know? All right, what's your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? I am director of security at a college with over 400 cameras. Pretty sure I have seen it all, but my favorite is a guy scratching his junk furiously, pulling his waistband out to look, and then screaming, I don't even want to know what was going on down there. So my man dug his hand in his pants and was just itching his dick. And then he's like, man, why the fuck is my dick so itchy? Pulls his waistband. He's like, oh, I wonder what the fuck was in this man's pants. You know what I mean? I wonder what was in there. Like was his dick shriveled up or something? You know, did he have like the herpaderpolis? You know, what was going on? Yeah, because I genuinely think what it was is he might have not known that he caught something and it was just itchy. And so then he was just like, oh, I think it's just itchy. And then he looked in there and I guarantee there was some bumps on his dick. Yeah, I guarantee there was some bumps and wart heads on there. And he was like, oh, shit. Yeah, man. You could tell he's probably one of them dudes who like to buy him some street coochie after work. And he's like, fuck, man, I ain't ever gonna buy some street coochie ever again. Oh, shit. All right, what's your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? I used to work at a bank, and every morning the businesses would file in to drop off their morning deposit bags. And it was always the same 9-10 businesses, so I'd see the same employees day after day and make small talk while I counted the deposits for them. One of these places was a tile shop, just a massive retail warehouse of tons of different tiles for your kitchen, bathroom, etc. One day, the normal guy I joke around with is gone. The backup guy looks somber and nervous. The next day, he's also gone, and it's a totally new person. So I start making small talk, and me and this new guy start becoming friendly. After about a month of this guy, I finally asked what happened to the other guy. Turns out that their manager and a bunch of his underlings were opening up the warehouses after closing hours and renting out the space to a porn studio. Yo! It was discovered when one of their customers recognized the tile kitchen set in the background of the porn and took screenshots and sent it to corporate. Corporate came in and rained holy hell down on them and fired like half the staff and brought in management from somewhere else to cover. That's crazy. Imagine if, say, you were working the closing shift that day and then the night guys come on in, and so then you're just like, oh shit, I forgot something. And so then you walk back in and you literally see them filming people getting fucked. And it's coworkers. Woo! That would be crazy. You're like, yo, Jacqueline? Yeah? This what you do on the night shift? Can I get some? I'm just... Oh, shit. But, yo, imagine... Or just imagine being at home and you just on the hub one day and you like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, isn't that my cubicle? Yo, that would be crazy, bro. Man. Hey, is what it is, bro. Is what it is. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Damn. All right. On to our next one. What's your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? I worked at a job where this woman a few cubicles over had a tragic weekend. Her husband died while napping on the couch, and she had to deal with that circus. And now on Monday, she was on the phone making calls and sobbing hysterically. Funeral homes, family members, insurance companies, the hospital, the morgue, and so on. All that shit you have to manage when a spouse dies unexpectedly. A few of us reported to management, but her manager said she only gets 3 days of bereavement as per policy, and she already took those when her mother died at the beginning of this year. She is also out of sick days, which she took because her kids were sick. Nothing I can do. It's an HR mandate. If she didn't come in this morning, I would have been forced to write her up. Yo. That's fucked up, man. And if I'm being honest with you, bro, sometimes these companies just really don't give a fuck about you or what you got going on. And that's just the sad reality of it, if I'm being straight with you. Because for me, ever since I got involved in like the more HR and politics side of the company that I work for, I've honestly started hating the company more and more. It's just one of those things where when you start to see what's behind the scenes and you start to see like how they actually view the workers, you're just like, yo, what the fuck? Because a lot of times you feel like, do you even see us as human beings? You know, like, do you even see these people as human beings? Because the way they like refer to the workers and the way they like look at you guys, oh no, they can get it done. Oh, they don't need help. Oh, who cares about them? Oh, it's whatever. Anything to save a buck, you know? And you're just like, whoa, yeah, it's like that. And so, yeah, bro, a lot of times shit, man, that's like my everyday at work, if I'm being straight with you. You know, you see the blatant favoritism, you see like all the bullshit that, you know, you're like, I would say oblivious to. And for me, a lot of times I'm like, damn, man, ignorance is bliss, bro. Ignorance is bliss, because if I'm being straight with you, bro, there's a lot of times where you just wish you were ignorant to it. Because of the craziness that goes on and the crazy shit that they do. It's just like, wow, this is the company I work for. Damn, this is how you actually see me. And then like to your face, they're like, hey man, oh, you can come ask me anything. Oh, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Oh, I'm telling you, man, HR, they're the most diabolical motherfuckers ever, because they will look you in the face and they'll say, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you out. And then behind closed doors, they're like, man, fuck that nigga. You know, fuck that bitch over there. I don't care if she needs time off. Bitch don't got sick time. Bitch don't got vacation. So you're not gonna take a day off. Who do you think you are? They don't care about you. They really don't. And if you're one of those ignorantly bliss people, sorry to burst your bubble, you know, but them niggas don't give a fuck about you, bro. Give a fuck. And if I'm being straight with you, anybody who's been in a job longer than 2 years, you kind of catch on. You really do. You catch on. You're like, oh yeah, okay. This is why all the older folks, you know what I mean, are just damn near dead tired in this motherfucker. You know, and a lot of times I see why a lot of these young kids, if I'm being honest with you, why they're just like, man, I'm doing the bare minimum. And I understand why, because they kind of have an innate understanding of how HR and higher ups see them. You know, they see them as replaceable, expendable. They don't really care about you. They don't respect your time. They don't respect nothing. So they just look at it like, I don't give a shit. And they're like, okay, cool. If you don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Damn, that's tough. All right, on to our next one. What's your I can't believe they were doing that at work story? Dude was lime wiring copious amounts of porn daily and burning DVDs worth to take home. Would pop up a little window to check his downloads from time to time. We worked at a Christian greeting card company. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Man, he was like, hey, if Jesus didn't want us to have porn, it wouldn't exist. You know what I mean? My man was like, hey, if Jesus didn't want us to have porn, it wouldn't exist, baby. That's why it's here. I'm downloading as much as I can. Yeah, I mean, if they take LimeWire away from me, man, I bet they bust into his house talking about it. Boom, FBI, open up. You know, we saw what's on your hard drive. And he's like, no, man, I swear to God. Oh, shit, that's crazy. The whole Christian greeting card company thing, wow. Woo! Woo! They was looking at you sideways coming in on Monday. Man, they was looking at you sideways coming in, and they were like, this unholy motherfucker. That's crazy. They said, this unholy motherfucker. Who do you think you are? Over here, portraying on the devil's pictures. That's crazy, bro. The devil's movies. All right, what's your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? I was working in a skyscraper at an investment firm. If you've ever been downtown Boston, you've walked by it. So one of the dock workers who also worked the elevator apparently was also a pretty big weed dealer. So he was getting a couple of bricks sent to him from somewhere, but was afraid of having them sent to his house, lest they'd be stolen while he was at work. So he had the brilliant idea of having them sent to him at work. It was a lot of weed, and I mean a lot. How do you hide the smell? Simple. They boxed the weed and put the powder dish detergent in the box with it. I mean like a layer of it. They boxed the weed and put the box and then covered it. Well, so the story goes. One side of the box got banged up during transit, and lo and behold, a very small hole opens the box, and out flows the white powder. Remember how we were in downtown Boston at the skyscraper in a post 9/11 world? Yep, so it was treated as a potential biochemical attack. Woo! Ooh, man. Building is locked down, bomb squad and chemical experts come in, and not only do they find that it's just dish detergent, but it's to hide pounds of the marijuana. And he was dumb enough to address it to himself.
Bruh.
I assume the guy is still in jail. Facts. Yeah. What are you doing, dude? Like, what the fuck, man? You're being crazy. You're being crazy at this point. That's wild, bro. That's wild. I guarantee they were talking about that motherfucker for months. I bet the new guys would come in and they're like, yo, bro, guess what? There was a dude who was getting pounds of the marijuana over here sent to the job, bro. And then he had it in a box with a bunch of detergent. Then the cops had to come. The bomb squad was here. Fucking, the dudes in the suits and shit. Like, bro, they thought the whole building was going to explode. Like, dude, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. That's a good ass story though. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, I'm gonna do this one and one more in the thread. Okay, what's your I can't believe they were doing that at work story? Fast food in the 90s. Our best drive-through worker would sell weed through the drive-through. There was some small order. He'd tell them the total was $21.07 instead of $107. I thought it was kind of brilliant. No one would accidentally be cool with paying $20 for a 99-cent Whopper. Another guy brought acid to work on New Year's Eve. I heard the manager tell him to just wait until after closing midnight. Around 9 p.m. he calls for the manager's help. I hear him insisting he couldn't get the milkshakes because the machine kept melting. That's crazy. That's crazy. My man's was tripping balls to the point where he thought the ice cream machine was melting in front of him. My guy. Wow. Woo! That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. My man was just like, yo, I can't do the milkshakes, boss. And he's like, what do you mean? Just put the cone or put the cup under the thing and pull the lever. And he's like, it's melting. And what do you mean? It's all melted, bro. I can't do it. Wow, he got fired. There's no way. There's no way that man didn't get fired. And now the dude who was doing the whole, hey, hell, you can get the weed, through the thing, 99-cent Whopper. All right, that's $20.99. Yeah, he was smart, but I guarantee you he got caught eventually. Yeah, because it's like, come on, man. What's up with that? But hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, we're going to get to our last one. What's your I can't believe they were doing this at work story? Coke at work seems fairly common in some industries. Yeah, you'd be very surprised. My experience was at a very large tech company. There was a bar in the office, and in the afternoon, people would go in there with their laptops to get a head start on partying while still working, and there would be lines just casually laid out on the table. Wow. That is crazy. Now, I experienced the same thing because I've said previous episodes, I work overnight. And so in working overnight, a lot of these guys, they work, from 10, sometimes 14 to almost 16 hours, sometimes, just depending on the day. And sometimes if it's close to holidays and stuff like that, things get busy, things get backed up. And what these guys do to stay awake is a bit of the booger sugar. And you know what I mean? And there's been multiple times where guys have gotten fired because they got caught, going into the bathroom and coming out, and then somebody would find it and be like, yo, there was some booger sugar in the fucking bathroom. I don't know who it was, but I found it in the bathroom. And then guess what? They checked the cameras and they're like, okay, cool. He went in at this time. So let's see who was the last person out of the bathroom. Guess what? Maybe that dude. And he'd walk in kind of all slumped, and then he'd come out and he's like, and so it's like, yo, okay, man, we got him. He was doing the booger sugar. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely insane. And it's wild because like even, they'll get the girls into it too, and the girls will be all like hyped up and like, yeah, it's wild. It's absolutely wild how much the booger sugar has gotten popular over the years, if I'm being honest with you. And for me, I don't do any of that shit, man. I've been offered it more times than I can count on two hands, if I'm being straight. And I'm like, look, bro, I'm good. I'll have an energy drink, or I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I've been trying to get into coffee lately. And so I do that. I'm like, no thanks, man. I can't do no booger sugar, bro. I can't do it. I cannot do it at all. I have to sneeze and it will not come out. Because for a minute I thought it was going to come out, and then it just died. Oh, I can't stand that. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed that thread, man. Wild shit. You guys have some crazy stories that'd be happening at you guys' work. Get down in the comments. If you've had something crazy that's happened at your job, let us know. Get down in the comments. Love to see what you guys got going on at your job. All right. So without further ado, let's get into today's announcements. All right. So patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. If you want to get an exclusive episode every single Friday at 5 p.m., get on the Patreon, man. And so every Patreon episode is going to be up at 5 p.m. All right. So at 5 p.m., that's when the Patreon episodes do go up. So if you are a Patreon person and you're listening right now, and maybe you didn't catch the Friday episode, you might have. I don't know. I talked about this in the Valentine's Day episode, but I'm just going over it again just for the people who didn't catch that episode, or, they're just catching an episode right now. So yes, Patreon will be on Friday, 5 p.m. All right. I have a new schedule for you guys all written up, so I'm going to put it on the screen right now. It'll come up right here. So I have Tuesday, Thursday, 6 a.m. That's the normal episodes you guys have been getting since the beginning of this podcast. So Tuesday, obviously, like this episode, you're going to get your thread, and you're going to get confession time and scenarios. And then on Thursday, we get the thread and then whatever book it is we're doing at that time. All right. And then we have Patreon. So every single Friday at 5 p.m., Patreon episode will go up. All right. That includes the free Patreon episodes that we do as well. Those will go up at 5 p.m. Okay. And then we have Sunday. So Sunday episodes. Sunday episodes will go up at 5 p.m. All right. So on the days or on the weeks that we do a Sunday episode, because obviously I do Sunday episodes every other week. I don't do them every Sunday. So every other Sunday when we do the Sunday episode, they will go up at 5 p.m. I know it's kind of late, but people do things on Sunday. You know what I mean? Most of the time people watch or listen or watch, whichever you do, on Monday. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to try to get a Sunday episode out early. I'm just going to, do the Sunday episode 5 p.m. So that way it's like when people get off of work, guess what? You got a podcast waiting for you. Or if you want it for when you're driving to work on Monday, you're good. You know what I mean? So kind of works out with that. And then on Monday, 5 p.m. every Monday, we're going to be going live. I'm going to be streaming again. I started streaming like a couple months ago, and you guys really seem to like it. We had a really good couple successful streams, and then I stopped. The reason I stopped, though, is because I had to get caught up on clips and short form content with the show. I got so busy with working full time at my job and then shooting for the podcast. I prioritized getting consistent content out for you guys over making the short form content. But it was a thing where it's like, if you're not doing short form content, nobody's really seeing the consistent content that you're putting out. So I hired an editor. He and I are working on it, and you guys have obviously been enjoying the short form content. It's why like TikTok's blown up, and it's why Instagram is blown up at the way it's done. So I do appreciate all the support that you guys have shown, and I really do think it's because we caught up with most of the short form content. You guys really like the short form content, so we prioritize that more this year. But I do want to start going live again. So now that I'm kind of caught up with that, the short form content, and I do have an editor that helps me out with that, it does give me some more time. So on Mondays, I got you guys. 5 p.m. we're gonna go live. I will be going live on TikTok, YouTube, as well as Twitch and Kick right here. So Twitch and Kick, that is the handle. I mean, if you want to watch on YouTube, that's all good. Don't worry about it. I'll be live there. If you are a TikTok person, I'll be live there too. All right. So no matter where you love to watch, where you love to listen, whatever the case may be, I got you. All right. And we're just gonna be playing some single player games. You guys can get in the chat, talk to your boy, ask me questions, whatever the case may be, and we're just gonna be having a good time, man. It's gonna be a good time. So 2025 is gonna be the year of content, and we're gonna have a load of it for you guys. All right, so don't worry, I got you. We're gonna have this great schedule, and I'm gonna stick to this schedule for the rest of the year and probably going forward. So it's gonna be a lot of content, but I think having it scheduled this way is going to be better for you guys, so that way you guys can schedule watching my content when you're able to, and that way you kind of know what's going on and when we release content and when we don't, because I feel like a lot of people kind of expected the Tuesday, Thursday, but then when it came to the Patreon episodes and then it came to the Sunday episodes, they were kind of like, because I would always upload them kind of randomly, especially when it was the Sunday episodes and the Patreon episodes, because I know my Patreon members were always like confused. So there'd be some days I would upload a Patreon episode late, and they're like, hey, we're not getting a Patreon episode, and then they would come out and it'd be like 7 p.m. and they're like, oh, hey, there it is. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep it consistent. 5 p.m. That's when 5 p.m. every Friday, you'll get a Patreon episode. And then Sunday, when we do the Sunday, every other Sunday, it'll be 5 p.m. And that way you guys will have the content. It's scheduled. It's ready to go. It's all good. And then on Monday, we're going to be going live at 5 p.m. So, if you guys get off work, whatever the case may be, and, you want to catch your boy live, you can do that. Or, even if you're at work, you go on your lunch break or something like that, you can catch me live for a couple hours, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, tap in with your boy. I wanted to get that down for you guys. So, hope you guys enjoy that. All right. Without further ado, though, we're going to go ahead and get into our confession time. So, let's see here. All right. So, We have a new thing that we're doing this year. It's called Confession Time. And if you guys want to send in your confessions to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show, then yes, get on in there. And it's the same as sending in your, am I the asshole? Am I overreacting? Am I wrong? And all that. You can send that through Patreon. Patreon is obviously going to have the like priority. I'm going to get to you guys first. And then, if you want to send it on TikTok or Instagram, you guys will be next priority after that. So, but yeah, if you guys want to send in your confession, down to it, man. All right. So let's get into this one. This one is, I bought a fleshlight as a married man. All right. Woo! I, 27 male, bought a fleshlight. It was the Violet Myers waifu version. Jeez. Okay. All right. Firstly, I'd like to say that, oh my God, that thing was an amazing experience for someone at 27. I came 7 times in the space of 2 hours, and I was still turned on after, but I couldn't do it anymore. That's crazy. Okay. Hey, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Hey, all right. I was partially disgusted in myself because me and my wife are going through a hard time at the moment and are separated, living together but separate bedrooms. And this dry spell caused my libido to just skyrocket. I'm sure it's due to me eating clean and working out so much more, but wow, I was amazed how realistic it felt. As a first-time user of a fleshlight, I would definitely recommend it to a lot of guys who may be single or struggling in that department. But if you are in a relationship or married to a woman, please be careful. This man's like, yo, be careful because you might trade your girl in for this. Like, that's crazy. All right. If you are in a relationship or married to a woman, please be careful. Now, on to the best bit. I got caught. Oh, shit. My wife caught me, and she caught me savaging the whole fleshlight, and funny enough, she told me that what I was doing was hot, and 30 seconds later, for the first time in over a month, we had some of the best sex we've had in so long. The fleshlight was has improved my sexual stamina so much more, and I feel amazing, but it's also unnatural to be fucking some piece of plastic that feels like real life pussy, so please don't get attached to it. Wow. All right. Okay. My man's was just like, hey, yo, get out there and get you a Violet Myers waifu edition, man. It's the best thing ever. Nutted 7 times in 2 hours. That's crazy. That's a lot of nut, bro. That's a lot of nut, my guy. God damn. Damn, 7 times, bro. Shit. Woo. That's wild. My man said it felt so fucking good. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Do your thing, man. Do your things. With the confessions, I try not to give my opinions. I try not to, tell you you're wrong or weird. I let it be your confession. I let you put it out there into the ether and do your thing. You know what I mean? Do your thing. Hey, if you guys want to take his advice and get a fleshlight, hey, chillin'. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. I know a buddy of mine. He had he went and he was telling me about these super realistic sex dolls and shit. And he was just like, yo, man, I want to buy one, but they're like $7,000. And I was like, what? So he showed me the website and shit like that. And it's crazy how realistic they've gotten sex dolls to look now. I was like, that's a sex doll? I was like, yo, it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, if you've never Googled it, you gotta Google it, bro. It's crazy how realistic they look. And they wear like human-sized clothes, which is crazy. You would think the clothes would be obviously specially made, they're doll made or whatever. No, No, you could go to like a Walmart or a Target. You could buy girl clothes and put it on the doll, because that's how like real the body dimensions are, and like how real supposedly the skin is supposed to feel and shit like that. And the coochie like apparently actually gets wet because there's like a compartment where you can put water in there. And I'm like, yo, that shit is crazy, man. Like, we read the whole thing on the website. I'm like, yo, shit is getting crazy out here. That mess is wild. So, hey, I guess the fleshlight is the shit nowadays. But yeah, if you guys want to send in your confessions, man, get on in there and send them to you, boy. All right. But we're going to get into our scenarios for today's episode. Our first one is, am I wrong? I found nudes I didn't want to find. Uh-oh. Yesterday, while browsing through some of my family's shared photo albums on my phone, I, 22 male, saw something shocking and also confusing about 20 female nudes. At first, I panicked thinking that my girlfriend's pics somehow got into the shared file, but quickly realized they weren't hers. After looking at them, I realized, you guessed it, that they were selfies of my younger sister. Oh, shit. I immediately texted her to let her know, and she flipped out and took them down. I tried to be respectful about it, but I was very direct. Later that night, she texted to thank me for saving her life and to apologize. I told her no problem, and I'm sorry if I was too harsh. It's her business. Just be careful. She then texted something I'm not sure how to respond to. She said, "Can I ask you something? Were they ick?" What? I think she's looking for some positive reinforcement about all this, but I'd like opinions before I respond. I know she looks up to me, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. She wants advice on her nudes from her brother. Okay. The way I would respond is I'd be like, look, look, you're not going to be every man's cup of tea. Okay. I'm sure you're a beautiful girl and you won't be every man's cup of tea. And you just have to be careful when you are taking these kind of pictures. And also, do not have your face in them. Because if you have your face in them, this could ruin your life. And you are still a child. You are 17 years old. You're still a child. All right. When you're 18, okay. Hey, you recognize as an adult and you're going to do your thing. But right now you're 17 and you're a child. Do not have your face in these pictures. And just know you're a beautiful young flower. And you aren't going to be every man's cup of tea. All right. So, because there ain't no way I'm out here telling my sister, yeah, you look great. Like, no. What the fuck? No. Ew. That's disgusting. I mean, unless they live in Alabama or something and this is just normal, hey, do your thing. That's on you. But I think that he's a normal individual, and that's why when he saw them, he was just like, wait a minute, hold on, I know that face anywhere. That's my old dumbass bald-headed sister. Like, hey, yo, get your titties off here, bro. What are you doing? But yeah, I would just be simply like, just informative. You know what I mean? I would just be informative. I would just let her know, look, you're a beautiful young flower, and you just need to not have your face in these, and you're not going to be every guy's cup of tea, and it's okay, and that you shouldn't look down on yourself and the way you look because, dude doesn't find you, your little nudies attractive or whatever, but just be careful. All right. I mean, you guys let me know what you would say, because if I'm being straight with you, bro, there's no really good advice that you can give this guy. And I would sit there and just, if a personally, like I said, I wouldn't give her advice at all. I'm being straight with you. I'd be like, look, bro, you need to get your shit straight. I always tell girls, don't ever take nudes. Don't ever send your boyfriend nudes and all that kind of stuff. No, don't do any of that shit, because when you guys break up, he's going to try to use those against you, or he's going to send them to his homies and all that kind of stuff. Nah, don't do all that shit. All right. Yeah, I always err on the side of don't send nudes to dudes, because, again, they're going to enjoy them and be like, oh, baby, you look super hot, but then you guys break up, and now all his friends have seen you naked. So, that's what I'm saying. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, because, yeah, woo, my God, y'all love doing that, putting me between a rock and a hard place. I'm just like, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, am I wrong? I don't know if my relationship can bounce back from this. Okay, me, 25, about to turn 26, female, and my partner, 32, male, have been together for coming up to 7 years. We have a little boy together, 4, and we own our home together. About 6 months ago, he decided enough was enough, and I'm just not giving enough sexuality. Okay. I get this. I'm not overly a giver, but I don't ask either. The first 6 weeks of this raised issues was hell. Yeah. The first 6 weeks of this raised issues was hell. All right. He was going to leave me if I didn't make more of an effort to go down on him, and I quote, treat him or surprise him more. He threatened to leave because he deserves to be happy. I agree, he does, but I couldn't get my head around how he was about to give up on everything over this, and after so long, it's not like I went down on him loads to begin with, and it has made me look at him in such a different light. It's been an emotional 6 months, and honestly, if we didn't have a child to think about, I think I would have called it a day. Whoa, she would have left you. She'd have been like, nigga, please, what are you talking about? I'm still around because this fucking kid. If we didn't have this kid, I'd have said deuces. So you better be happy what you got, motherfucker. For some context, I feel like if he romanced me more, then our sex life would be better, and maybe I would want to do more for him. I'm still young. I want that excitement, and I communicated, I communicated this, but made no promises that it would improve things, because I can't promise what I don't know. I can have such a mental block when it comes down to it. Fast forward to this week. He has arranged for a babysitter and a Valentine's Day meal. He then asks the next day after telling me this, have you planned to treat me anytime soon? Admittedly, I hadn't, and I was honest, but Valentine's night had crossed my mind, literally 2 days away now, if that. He said, oh, I have to wait until then? The pressure is a turn off for me. And it's just a lose-lose for us both. He's also not going to be happy with just sex. He has also he said previously he doesn't know why I just don't get it done, and I questioned how he would even enjoy it. Knowing I was enjoying it, he wants me to want to do things for him because he wants it, not because I enjoy it. I don't know what to do. Should I just suck it up, no pun intended, or just learn to do it for him when he wants it? That's what a good partner would do, right? Am I just being selfish? Am I potentially ruining my own life with this because I can just do it? For some context, I feel like I'm being stupid and overthinking the whole thing, because my best friend and cousin of the same age is single, and I go out with her sometimes and almost wish I could explore too, like I'm missing out. Ooh, don't feel that way. No. FOMO is going to destroy you, girl. Trust me, I don't think it is healthy or helping, but I've been so stressed that I actually I look forward to drinking with her and escaping my reality for the night. Am I willing to throw everything away because of this potentially clouding my judgment even more? Oh, damn. Woo! That's terrible. That's terrible that you're letting these thoughts cloud your judgment, because look. I'm going to be straight with you. If you break up with this guy, you are not going to find a guy like him again. You're not. And then you have a kid. So that's going to make it even harder. Why? Because guys like him, who has, got his shit together, house, good job, whatever the case may be, and he's got you living good, trust me, you leave this dude, you're not going to find another guy like him. And the guys that are like him are not going to want to take you serious. They'll fuck you and have fun with you, but they're not going to take you serious. They're not going to give you a ring. They're not going to want to move you in, none of that shit. No, the reason being is because they look at it like, bro, I can get a girl that's just like you, but doesn't have a kid. And that's just the way those guys think. Sorry, like it or not, that's just how they think. You got a golden guy right now, and all he's asking is just for some more sexual contact. You got to understand, man, for guys, for girls, what we do to show you that we love you is by giving you, financial stability, giving you a home, giving you a loving child, protecting you, provisioning, all that kind of stuff. Of course, we're going to take you out. We're going to make you feel special, all this good stuff. That's how we show you that we love you. The way that you show us that you love us is sex, baby. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck what you think you know. No, men want sex. We feel like you don't love us if you're not doing those kind of things. If you don't like pull me off the couch, you know what I mean? Or like say you're like, covered up or whatever, and then you like drop your robe and you're booty naked and shit like that. And I'm just on the couch watching TV. You know what I mean? You catch me out of nowhere, man. Like, oh shit. Woo! Yeah. And she's like, yeah. And we go to the bedroom and just start fucking. Like, come on, man. You got to understand. For a dude, that shows me that right there is I love you. That right there is I love you. Now the whole BJ's thing, look, man. Like, you got... I wish that I would have known a little more about you guys' relationship. Like, were you guys doing the fellatio a lot? You know what I mean? Does he eat the coochie? Because, look, there are some girls that just don't do it. And if I'm being honest with you, if you're a guy that likes, to get head, don't date a girl that doesn't like to give it. I'm being straight with you. For me, head is here and there. I'm like, if you give it, cool. If you don't, I could do without it. I really don't care for head. Head's a waste of time for me, if I'm being straight with you. A lot of guys sit there and they're like, oh, head's the best thing ever. And I'm just like, it's alright. Like, girls are halfway decent at it. You really gotta fucking teach a girl how to really do it, if I'm being straight with you. Like, a lot of girls are kind of trash at it. Let's be straight, man. I'm gonna keep it on dope P. A lot of girls are kind of trash at giving head. But if you're a guy that likes head, don't date a girl that doesn't like to give head, okay? That's just that. But, you should want to do that for your man, if I'm being straight with you. Like, your job is to make him happy because he's making you happy. And he's making you happy by giving you the things that you want in a relationship, by giving you the financial stability, by giving you, child and family. And, he's doing all that he's supposed to be doing. He's taking you out and, making you feel special and loved and all this stuff. And all my man's asking for is, a little BJ here and there. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know why girls like to sit there and act like it's a fucking chore. It's like, bro, if you love me and you care about me, it's not going to feel like a chore. It's not going to be something where you're just like, oh, why do I have to do this? No, you would want to do it because you're like, that's my man and I love him. Like, you got to understand. Again, I don't give a fuck what you think what you've experienced. No, bro. Guys feel love from their girl through sex. And that's what it is. And when the girl initiates, it only shows me that you love me even more. That's just the way it is, man. That's the way it is. You guys got to get that through your thick ass skulls, man, because this whole like, oh, it's a chore, and oh, I don't want to have to do it. And you know what I mean? Like, why are you looking at it like that? Do you really love your man? Because it don't seem like it. Because you're not willing to do the things that makes him happy when he's willing to do the things that make you happy. That's kind of fucked up. That's really fucked up. And then the fact that she's over here seeing her single friends and being like, oh man, I wish I could be single and, date dudes and do all this stuff. No, do not let the FOMO get the best of you. Do not live your life. Fuck all that shit. No, because like I said, I guarantee you leave this man, or, if you get to a point where he leaves you, bro, you're not finding another one like him. I'm sorry, you're not. You're not. You'll find them and they won't take you serious. You're going to always be in situationships. He's always going to have another girl. He's going to have a girlfriend that you're going to find out about eventually. Like, you're going to think like, oh yeah, I found this great guy. He's amazing. And then you're going to find out he has a girlfriend. And he's been dating that bitch for the past 2 years. And you were just some side thing. Or you're going to find that guy and he's going to just be, the moment he has sex with you, he's going to be extremely distant. You're going to be like, what the fuck? You're not going to get anything out of him after that. I'm telling you. I know from experience because I've seen it happen on this show way too many times. I have friends that do that, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I have a lot of successful friends that are just like doing their thing and they're like, yeah, man, single moms, we just fuck on them, bro. We don't take them bitches serious. And I'm telling you, this is how these guys think. And this guy, he loves you, he cares about you, he's giving you everything that you need to be happy and fulfilled in the relationship. Give him what he wants. Come on, man. That's crazy. And then you're over here thinking about wanting to be single and all that. You're crazy. You're wild for that. You're absolutely wild. Take my advice or don't. It is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you're against me, it is what it is, man. But hey, I'm just speaking. This podcast has given me so much experience in life through other people's situations and what's going on, because a lot of times you don't even think couples go through a lot of the shit that they go through on this show. You're like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, man, just go back in previous episodes, especially the Tuesday episodes. And I got to do like a whole playlist of just Tuesday episodes. And you guys can just go through the scenarios and shit like that. I'm telling you, bro, there's some crazy shit that we've gone through over the year and a half we've done this show. I'm telling you, some crazy shit. But yeah, man. Woo! All right, I'm going to get on to our last scenario for today. This one is, am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend turned it into a proposal for herself? Wow. Damn. Okay. I, 28 male, had my birthday dinner last weekend, and my girlfriend Sarah, 27 female, offered to plan it. I was excited because I usually keep things low key, but she said she wanted to make it special. She booked a nice restaurant and invited close friends and family. Everything was going great until it was time for dessert. The waiter brought out a cake, but instead of my name, it said, "Will you marry me, Sarah?" I was completely blindsided. Sarah got all teary-eyed, turned to me and said, "Well, this is the best surprise ever, right?" What? Wait. So the cake was supposed to say happy birthday, but she changed it to "Will you marry me?" So is she trying to like strong arm you into getting engaged? What the fuck? Oh, I'd have broke up with her. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm like, why? No. Why are you being weird? Like, that's weird. That's weird fucking behavior. Like, no. I'm gonna marry you when I'm ready to marry you. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, how long have you guys been together? That's a piece of information I wish I knew. Let's see. Okay. Everyone around us started clapping and her friends were filming. I just sat there stunned. She took my silence and hesitation, starting going on about how she knew I wasn't big on grand gestures, but she couldn't wait anymore. So she took matters into her own hands. Yeah, she is trying to strong arm you into a fucking proposal. That's crazy. At that moment, I stood up and said, this is my birthday. If you wanted a proposal, you should have talked to me about it first. Then I grabbed my stuff and walked out. Sarah was mortified, and her friends blew up my phone, calling me an asshole for embarrassing her and ruining the night. She embarrassed herself. If anything, she embarrassed me. Bro, I'm over here thinking I'm getting a birthday cake, and this bitch thinking I'm proposing to her. Like, who the fucker? No. No. Oh, get the hell out of here, girl. Oh. She even said I humiliated her when I was just trying to do something. She even said I humiliated her when she was just trying to do something romantic. That's not romantic, bro. That's selfish. Now my family is split. Some say I should have just gone along with it for the night, while others think she crossed a major boundary. So am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend hijacked it for a proposal? Bro, you are not the asshole at all. No. And if anything, I'd have broke up with this girl. That's too much, bro. You are extremely selfish to the point where you want to strong arm me into a marriage with you. That doesn't make me want to marry you. That makes me absolutely disgusted with you, if I'm being honest with you. Like, who, what? No, I would have told her that straight up. Like, so when she said, what did she say? Well, this is the best surprise ever, right? And I'd be like, no, no, this is actually the worst surprise ever. This fucking sucks. Why in the hell would you think that this is what I want? Why? I would have been pissed. I'd have been hot, bro. I'd have been like, you deserve to be fucking humiliated because you made my birthday into what you want. That's not cool, man. Imagine if it was your birthday and instead of your partner celebrating your birthday, they decided to do something for themselves. That's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. Nah, bro. Nah. And then on top of that, an engagement? Are you kidding me? I wish that you had put in there how long you and her had been together, because then that would have kind of helped me decide on like if you wanted to marry her or not. Because I mean, think about it like this. If you guys had only been together, say maybe a year or a little less than a year, then 100% fuck no. Why am I going to marry you? No, get the fuck out of here. Now, if you guys were together for maybe like 3 to 5 years, then I'd have been like, okay, but you might have not been ready. I mean, if you guys were together any more than 5 years, then okay, she's at the point where like, nigga, I'm done waiting. And I kind of would feel her on that one. But I don't know how long you guys were together. You didn't put that in there. But my biggest thing is you sat there and you're acting very selfish. Like, that was not cool. It's my birthday. We're here to celebrate my birthday, not celebrating or not being strong-armed into fucking marrying you. That's crazy to me. You guys let me know what you think about all these crazy ass scenarios and the crazy confession, as well as the thread that we've gone over today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I love you guys all so much, man. Again, Friday or patreon.com/MyLasso-podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show. Audio listeners, keep downloading, doing your thing, man. Appreciate you so much. Rate the show 5 stars, and it's free, baby. It's all free. And if it's faux free, it's faux me. And if you want to help out the show even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube. I love you guys all. I will see you on Thursday for more Haunting Out of Line, and peace.